Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Garfield from We Make Love in the Kitchen. I'm about to go into the gym and put in a workout. Today I'm working out on the upper body. I want to touch on a little thing regarding the relationship. My lady and I, we are in that 2-year anniversary period, and it's been a lovely relationship. And when I first entered the dating market after my divorce, I was single for 4 years. Then I had a conversation with a friend, and she said, why don't you just go and look on the internet? And that's what I did. But I had the attitude that regardless of what was going on in the dating market, I knew I was going to find someone. Because all I asked God for, just send me one good woman. That was my mindset. Just send me one, and I'm going to find that one good woman. And by the grace of God, I found that woman. A woman that told me in 3 weeks into meeting her, listen, you're the man. You lead. I follow. A woman that have treated me with respect, talk to me with respect, know how to treat a man. So it has been no issues with my lady from day number one. And that proves to me that there are good women out there. And that's what I want to talk about, that we don't see a lot of that on the internet right now in the dating space. There are a lot of podcasters out there that talk about that they want to help men, they want to help women find loving and meaningful relationship. And I think that's a good thing. But over the past 2 years, I have viewed a lot of podcasts, videos, and shows. I look at a lot of them, and what I've noticed over the last 2 years, that the ratchet women gets they are amplified. Whatever you see on TikTok, whatever goes viral, a lot of shows are done about those women, and rightfully so, that it's good to expose and show the behavior of some women. But that's all. Just watching for the last 2 years, that's all the pattern that I see video clips from a lot of mainly young women, Western women, and behaving badly, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, whatever social media platform, and shows are done about them on a lot of YouTube channels. And then after a while, you get bored, because you're seeing basically young women do the same thing, and a show is done about them on there's no particular one, on various shows, YouTube channels that I watch. And I say, okay, this is now a pattern, because I don't see where the positive side of relationships are done. If you could go and find all these videos on TikTok and have a show about them, and you could have several clips within one show, and why can't you have a show about positive clips about relationships? I don't think I've seen a show like that. They may have 6 videos or 6 clips within the show pointing out the bad behavior of women, and then 1 clip showing a good behavior. But I think there's no balance right now. It's all to the negative. So all the shows and all the clips or showing women behaving in a negative way, being disrespectful to man, not wanting any loving or meaningful relationship, just want to be in their whole phase, or divorcing their man, or just using man for their resources. So you see those type of videos, and they're used daily pretty much in all the podcasters show and so forth. So it's over, it's just way too much. I'm at the point where I'm bored, because all you're seeing is it's the same formula, and there's no balance. And what is weird about it, that if you're saying I started my YouTube channel, to help men, to help women, to to find someone and enter into a loving and meaningful relationship, but you never really show any videos of people being in loving and meaningful relationship. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys, you have to know a family member that has been in a meaningful relationship for 10 years. You have to know a friend and that has been in a long-term relationship. Interview them, dedicate an entire show to them. Family member, friends, or seek out videos on internet, or on TikTok, on YouTube, or on TikTok, or go out on the street and walk up to people and walk up to couples. So the internet is not the real world. It's a small portion of the world. And the videos, the negative videos that we see of women conducting themselves in a certain way, that's not the entire world. And if you just live on the internet, you are missing a big part of the world. There are good women out there, and they also need to be interviewed, and their videos need to be shown. So if you are a podcaster and you do 5-6 shows a week, you could take one day out of the week and say, today, on a weekly basis, we are going to do relationship and show relationships that are working between a husband and wife, and their journey and their ups and their downs that they go through in that relationship. Do something like that, but that's not done. It's just the same formula over and over again of just a lot of them are young women who have never been in meaningful and loving relationship, but they say stuff that go viral on TikTok or on YouTube, and then the podcasters take those videos and use them in their videos, and it's just negative, feeding that negative loop of relationship, but it's being amplified on all these shows over and over and over again. And no one has paused and said, we are saying we are trying to help men find meaningful and loving relationship, but look at what we are showing daily. So then it becomes hypocritical, because you're not showing any meaningful and loving relationship on your show, but your show is about helping men find meaningful and loving relationship. There should be a balance. I'm not here to judge anyone. I can't judge anyone. I'm not God. But there needs to be a balance of the content that's being put out there. You have to show both sides. I know how it works. I'm not ignorant. Your numbers is going to go down if you show meaningful and loving relationship. Yeah, that's just the way things are in this world. People love the negative. They love the viral moments. They love those things. But if you are in the business as a podcaster to expose certain women for their behavior and warn men, listen, don't get involved with these type of women, that's fine. But you also want to show the men that you trying to reach, hey, there are love and relationship out here. Let me show you an example. There are good women out here. Let me show you these good women. That have to be done. That needs to be done as well, because it's very important. It's very important because I'm tired of seeing the ratchet. And I really, it's a turn off for me now. I was like, I've seen that video in one format or another because I've seen that. So it's just become to the point where I only look at a few channels now because it's just the same thing that's going on, but it's just being done in a different way. And everyone is putting their different spin on it. So it's like, oh, I'm at the point that I'm tired of it. But what I want to end with is that there are good women out there, and you can't just live on the internet. You cannot just be consumed with what you see on TikTok, on YouTube. There is a real world out there. And if you are a man that's looking for a good woman, you have to keep looking. You have to be patient. I met mine online on Black People Meet. And I met her in less than 2 months of being online. And then I was done. I just closed my account and I was done. And if there are women out there looking for good men, you have to look. You have to look. You can't let what's going on TikTok and YouTube tell you that there are no good men out there. There are good men out there and there are good women out there. You have to keep looking. But this message is also to a lot of people who are on the internet, who are podcasters. You have to show a balance, because you have to be aware that people love and want to consume the negative, and you will get the views, but you also have to think about, what am I here to do? I want to help people. I want to help man find a loving relationship. I want to help a woman find a loving relationship. So it's my duty once in a while to highlight couples who are in loving relationship. Seek them out. Seek out family members. Seek out friends. Go on the street. Talk to people. Interview them. Because I want to show love still exists. I don't want to always show the ratchet. There needs to be a balance of showcasing couples that's in a loving relationship. I think that needs to be done, because I think everybody's doing the ratchet, and that's easy to do, and you get views that way. I'm not ignorant. You need to get views on your YouTube channel, so I'm not ignorant of that. But if you are sincere and you're truly in the business, then you have to put in the work to find out and seek out people who are in loving relationships and bring them on your show, because that's what you're saying you created your YouTube channel for. So you need to do it. I'm sick of the ratchet. I'm bored by it. It doesn't entertain me anymore, because it's wickedness being displayed, and you see it over and over and over and over again. How many ratchet women you could see and think, oh, this is new. It's just going to be the same thing. I want to see more of people in loving relationship showing how they came together, talk about how they came together, their journey, their ups, their downs, their trials and tribulation that they have gone through, but they're still in love. So don't forget, there are good women out there. There are good men out there. We need to have them speak more and tell their stories.